Broadcasting system begins your good afternoon. Welcome to Newsline. 60 minutes of the major events making news in Liberia and other parts of the world. Today is Thursday, January 22, 2026, and I'm Frederick Tiria presenting. These are the top stories. President Joseph Boakai makes new changes in government affecting the Ministry of Youth and Sports and LCCC. The joint executive committees of both House and Senate will meet the President of the Republic of Nigeria. 55th Legislature announces preparations ahead of President Joseph Boakai's State of the Nation address. Foreign Minister Sarah Yanti concludes strategic meeting with world's richest man Elon Musk on potential avenues for collaboration. In foreign news, Guinea-Bissau's military leaders announced election date after last year's coup. These stories, plus much local and international news, are all lined up on today's edition of the Elbc Newsline. Your first, Nakita Roberts with the news bulletin.
President Joseph Boakai has named Youth and Sports Minister Councillor Jericho Bangalu as the new Executive Director of the Liberia Refugee Repatriation and Resettlement Commission, LCCC. Councillor Bangalu replaces Jackson Pay, who has also been appointed as a member of the Board of Directors of the Liberia Civil Aviation Authority. An executive mission release says Councillor Bangalu's appointments aims to strengthen operational leadership, enhance interagency coordination, and ensure the effective execution of the Commission's broader responsibilities. The release further underscores the institution's readiness to respond to emerging national, regional, and global migration dynamics in support of Liberia's territorial integrity and national security framework. President Boakai lauded Councillor Bangalu for his dedicated service to Liberian youths and expressed confidence that the nominee's administrative discipline and public civic experience will guide the LCCC into its new phase of national responsibility. Meanwhile, Antonin Cornelia Crow has been named Youth and Sport Minister following the appointment of Councillor Jericho Bangalu as Executive Director of LCCC. Meanwhile, the Federation of Liberian Youth FLY has welcomed the nomination of Antonin Cornelia Crow as the new Minister of Youth and Sports. The Federation expressed confidence in Antonin Crow's ability to lead the Youth and Sports Ministry with integrity, professionalism, and vision. In a release, FLY acknowledged the numerous challenges confronting the youth sector, including limited opportunities and inadequate representation, for the need for stronger youth engagement in government. The Federation says it stands ready to collaborate with Antonin Crow if confirmed by the Senate to address these challenges and create meaningful impact. House of Representatives Director of Press Robert Hens has released activities leading to President Joseph Boakai's annual message. Director Hens stressed that all attendees must display official access passes or invitations, warning that those without proper credentials will be denied entry. He called on journalists and the public to strictly follow security regulations during the event. Hens added that the event will be held in an open-air area, making compliance with security measures critical. Liberia Agricultural Commodity Regulatory Authority, LACRA, is craving legislative intervention to address key issues in the European Union deforestation regulation. According to LACRA Acting Director General Dan Saye, the regulation is a nightmare for Liberian farmers. As such, the need to address it with urgency cannot be overemphasized. Mr. Saye spoke Thursday in Monrovia when LACRA presented a proposed National Agricultural Traceability Roadmap to the National Traceability Steering Committee.
That over 70% of our citizens survive on farming. If EUDR is not addressed, we as government officials are tepidly, saying to our farmers, go and die by yourself. Do not know.
He noted that the formulation of the National Traceability Platform was sponsored by the International Food for Agricultural Development. Meanwhile, the LACRA Director General is calling on agricultural stakeholders to work collaboratively to enhance farming activities in Liberia. Foreign Minister Sarah Beslow Yanti has held a strategic meeting with the world's richest man, Elon Musk, at the headquarters of X in Texas, the United States of America. The discussions focused on innovation, digital infrastructure, and potential avenues for collaboration to support Liberia's national development goals. In an official Facebook post on Thursday, Minister Yanti emphasized President Joseph Boakar's commitment to position Liberia as an attractive and credible destination for global investment and partnership. The Liberian foreign minister also thanked representatives from Elon Musk's SpaceX and the African Export-Import Bank for speaking in strong of Liberia's development trajectory and investment climate at a Liberia-focused roundtable in Davos, Switzerland. Information Minister Jeremy Pierre has clarified that Liberia's participation in the 2026 World Economic Forum annual meeting in Davos is a continuation of its international engagement. His statement is in reaction to media reports that Liberia's participation in the forum's annual meeting this year is the country's first appearance at the global gathering. Minister Pia said Liberia previously participated in the forum during the administration of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He noted that Liberia's participation in the forum was intended to reposition the country as a regular participant in global economy and investment platforms. He disclosed that Liberia's participation in the 2026 World Economic Forum was achieved at no cost to the government. At the same time, the National Housing Authority, NHA, has advanced plans to construct 600 affordable housing units following new financing agreements and strategic partnership. NHA Managing Director Florence Gibbet said the project was initially proposed during the national budget process but did not receive funding. Director Gibbet said the project is expected to benefit more than 2,000 households and create about 3,000 indirect jobs. According to her, the housing development would include access to roads, water systems, electricity, and sanitation facilities, with the government responsible for key infrastructure. Meanwhile, the NHA Managing Director also disclosed that the African Development Bank has provided 150,000 United States dollars for diagnostics research on Liberia's housing sector. Government has begun pavement work on the Medina and Rubber Sport Road in Grand Cape County. The 30-kilometer two-lane highway, when completed, will provide smoother and more reliable access between Medina and the city of Rubber Sports. Residents and road users have commended the government for the timely intervention, expressing hope that the pavement of the project will help boost development activities across the county. Meanwhile, Grand Cape County Superintendent Pole Kaitamba said the county is on the verge of experiencing significant investment as a result of the ongoing road works. The General Auditing Commission (GAC) has released its latest report on the implementation of audit recommendations across public institutions in the country. The report shows that the National Identification Registry (NRR) stands out as one of Liberia's top performing public institutions. According to the GAC's assessment, the NRR achieved a remarkable leap in compliance with audit recommendations. moving from a 35% implementation rate in previous year to an impressive 80% in the latest assessment. The GAC says such progress places the NIR at the top of all public institutions evaluated, setting a new benchmark for excellence in public sector accountability and transparency. The GAC commended the NIR for its efforts, acknowledging the registry's ongoing dedication to good governance and responsible stewardship of public resources. Reacting to the audit report, NIR Executive Director Andrew Peters expressed excitement and gratitude to the GAC. Director Peters described the rating as a direct result of ongoing reforms to strengthen institutional governance, tighten internal controls, and ensure every Liberian dollar is utilized. The NIR said the audit assessment not only highlights the commitment to upholding the highest standards of financial management, but also recognizes the effectiveness of the internal monitoring strategies the entity has put in place. He emphasized that said progress is not just about members or numbers, but about building public trust and setting a strong example for other institutions to follow. Mr. Peter noted that the outstanding recognition comes at a time when the NRR continues to play a vital role in safeguarding Liberia's digital identity infrastructure. The NRR boss also vowed to ensure that every citizen's identity is secured, accessible, and respected both at home and on the global stage. Liberia's ambassador at large, Sheikh Mustafa Kouyaté, says President Joseph Boakai is more focused on the future of the next generation, not that's the next generation, then the next election. The ambassador at large noted that the Liberian leader is on the right trajectory in terms of governing the country. He made the statement Thursday on the Super Morning Show.
The actions and deeds have never shown that he's one person who's focused on next election, but he's always focused on the next generation. And that is why I'm quiet. I'm quiet because he's doing what is expected of him.
Ambassador Kouyaté praised President Joseph Boakai for ensuring inclusion in the governing process, as well as the establishment of the Office of the War and Economic Crimes Court. The Education Ministry and partners have begun a county-wide digital learning platform for high school students in Maryland County. The Liberia Lens Radio and TV program is a national educational initiative led by the ministry's investment program. The program is intended to improve children through interactive technology lessons across the country. According to the ministry, the program is intended to also give children access to technology at an early age. Meanwhile, the program coordinator, Dr. Salome Hackman, said the program ensures equitable education in government schools for all children. Our communication seeking to hold local government employees accountable is lingering in committee room at the House of Representatives. House Speaker Richard Cohn took siege of the communication preferred by Maryland County Representative Anthony Williams after it sparked raw thoughts among lawmakers when put on the floor. Speaking to ELBC's Super Morning Show on Thursday by mobile phone, Representative Williams wants the 14 county superintendents, along with Minister Francis Nimale, to appear before the House. The Maryland County lawmaker said those involved who should present reports with pictorial evidence depicting their progress and challenges. And the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, LDEA, has disrobed the commander of Magibi County, Special Agent Mentor Yomin. Special Agent Yomin was disrobed following an investigation regarding the escape of a female drug suspect who was in the custody of the Magibi County LDEA detachment. He has been turned over to the Internal Board of Inquiry and Professional Standards for investigation. The LDEA, in a statement, says upon conclusion of the investigation, the board's recommendations will be implemented in accordance with provisions outlined in the LDEA Code of Conduct. The LDEA urged the public to continue assisting in the fight against drug trafficking by reporting suspicious drug-related activities nationwide.
Nakia Roberts with the shape of the news bulletin. She returns later with the weather report and at the tail end of this presentation with the foreign news. This is Newsline coming to you live from Elbc Radio Pinzio. And one of the big stories we are following, Foreign Minister Sarah Yanti concludes strategic meeting with world's richest man Elon Musk on potential avenues for collaboration. As you have heard in the news, President Joseph Boakai continues to take stringent decisions aimed at improving institutional performance and service delivery. The latest is the appointment and transfer of 2 permanent officials to key institutions of government. Vasta Talu has been reading through an executive marshal release and now reports.
These names, the 2